shocked me though. Shit.
Man. Oh, son of a...
I know why too. Fuck. Okay, go ahead and turn it off. We're trying to reset this. Propane went out on the trailer. Fridge started to blink. The green light was blinking 5 times and pausing. The son went and did some troubleshooting. And they talked about basically resetting, is which what I'm doing right now. You see this red wire in my hand, and I got shocked, and that's why I wanted to talk to y'all. You know, like an ignition coil in a car. That's pretty much what this is. We figured out. I mean, it's like it arced, and my hand was down here, but it arced. So this right here is like a high voltage ignition coil that provides voltage to this. All that clicking was supposed to be doing like a spark.
Spark, yeah.
But the spark was not going into where it needed to go, which is wired, because this was disconnected. So I think we might have reset it, but it wasn't. We didn't really see if it's gonna work because we didn't have everything connected. But I'm gonna go ahead and connect this though. So really, what we found out, attempting to reset the propane refrigerator in this toy hauler, and we needed to do a jumper here. So the model of the fridge is a NorCold
N611.
N611. Oh yeah, we got it. So we saw the control panel and they explained that you need to jump this second from the last. It's one that's you got 2 pins that don't have a wire going to it, so it's a second from the last right here, next to your red wire on your connector. You want to get your jumper off in there, or your wire touching right under that pin. You're gonna need a little gauge, but this gauge will work. So I like to keep this trailer wire, this extra wire that come with your trailer hookups, keep that wire around it. And then after you got it connected to that second pin from the right, you touch it to a ground. So that could be a bare metal, but I touch it to the ground, which is right here, and it tells you ground. Your 12 volt is on the right side, your ground is this white cable, and it says GND, ground. You touch it to that. Okay, so this is the procedure. All of what I showed you is like the setup. This is what you actually had to do. Firmly touch directly to that. I got shocked last time. That's what I'm saying. That part kind of spooked a little bit now because I felt like but I'm assuming that's not going to happen now since this is going to go straight into that wire and go into where it needs to go. But I did hear the clicking, and here we go. Oh, but look, guys, because it was shocking me, or because it was clicking and I knew that it wasn't going to work because I didn't have this, we turned the fridge off. So we're going to go ahead and power the fridge on. Hearing the clicks now. Now what was happening before? I think it's working now.
Yeah.
It's working. I mean, so I'm not going to do this now because we don't really need to do it.
So you hear the clicking now?
Because I hear the clicking. But let's go ahead and do this though. Look. Let's reset it. Hold it. Now, I believe once it's reset because it's not doing anything new from what it did when I did this when it was not responding. It was not responding. And now we got our click. So I'm going to unhook this. I smell propane. I'm smoking, I'm doing stuff you shouldn't be doing. But what we gotta do is pretty much put these wires, well, yeah, let's check our lights and everything. Are we getting still red,
Blinking?
5 green blinking lights?
Nah. Since the first time you did it, it went off when you first did it.
So those are the normal operational lights? Okay, so regardless of how broken up the tutorial was, y'all better dig in and dial in because they got it fixed. Focus in on us jumping that second from the right pin to a solid ground. And what caused this to happen was that the propane ran all the way low, and after hooking up a fresh tank, we got those series of 5 blinking green lights. And son, like I said, he researched and said this on the site. It said the fridge is unable to cool itself or something like that. Check if you're level, and then if not, do the reset, and then if not, you got a bad control board. Alright, Captain. Man, this mercenary tech, man, I did a whole lot of stuff that haven't been documented. This ain't nothing. Like, I've been doing this shit since like 98 or something, stuff like this. Like hooking up car stereos, bang, and capacitors and drop down screens, you know, old school shit, you know. It's like, you know. So this is new, but it's right up our alley though. Now that we got our lights powered off our refrigerator, we need to get these wires routing back how they were routing through this this cover. Normally would have on gloves. Okay. Only the wires that need to be routed, especially through this panel. So it's just only two that I know. I could do the needle nose. I normally would have on rubber gloves to insulate myself from all this, and needle nose to be able to operate from a distance. So let's get this ground off. Try not to touch anything else metal at the same time. As long as you're dealing with one wire at a time. And this is all live. In any video you probably see on YouTube, that'd be like, make sure you cut off the power to your rig, which is what you're supposed to do. It's what you should do. Before I start plugging these things up, I'm gonna go ahead and tack it in so everything is already secure. But like, yeah, when they say cut off all the power, yeah, do that. But what if you got somebody in there editing some videos and it's crunch time, and all you gotta do is get the fridge up. You might be able to keep it all going at the same time if you as good as mercenary tech. Like I'm checking, like that one's not that one's all right, but I have the ground wire exposed. This wire, I don't have the hot wire exposed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got the ground, all this around here and the chassis is ground, so if this touches anything, it'll be all right. But if that hot wire touches anything, oh boy, it'll be funny. On your part, it won't be funny on my part. It'd be some good bloopers. It'd be like that dude to be shocking himself on purpose. So that's really what caused me to feel a little bit more confident in what I'm doing, is that only the ground is exposed, flying loose. All right, let's get that. And we got one more screw. I'm getting this, like I said, this panel back on. Opening this up, like, had me wondering what all these other little jumpers and things are on this control board, you know, I guess. Okay, maybe you can like change maybe some of those jumpers, or to change some of the switches that are on the front of the fridge so you can make it a smart fridge or something. Hook it up to some other shit. Turn your fridge on before you get to the camp. Some old school shit. You might not have to buy no new fridge. It might be right here in this control board with some Raspberry Pi or something. Alright, so now we're just going back in. I'm gonna hook up the igniter or whatever they call it, the pilot. Okay. Ain't nothing broke. And we had to put a new connector on here too. This one right here is a new connector. When I took that off, it broke. It came right loose. So keep all that around. Connect that ground. Push. Just kind of put. Okay, firm. This is the AC. The AC part of the fridge. And then, okay. So we get all this over here first. AC part of the fridge. Connected right here. Unplugged all that. And now, last thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna blow all this out. And then we'd be good. So, first we fixed it, and then this blowing was just like a form of reconditioning.
Slap that cover on for the peeps. I don't know, it's certified, man.
Mercenary Technologies, a little sticker on there. These little. First, I thought this shit was like old man shit, but this shit done came into. Really got this stuff. And the Mexicans be keeping them Swiss Army knives. This mug done.
Thank you to my father.
Yeah, I appreciate Mr. Torres. He down there in Michoacan with the Michoacan with the avocado. See here. It might just be as far as it's. This is I mean, we don't know how old this plastic is, so y'all be talking about finesse. This is real finesse. This is what you call finesse. This is what the real. It's like being able to mess with something, feel it, mess with it without breaking it. Which I guess you can do people like that too. All right, guys.